Brilliant. All right, gang, happy Thursday. It is so nice to see you all. Now, after Tuesday's class, who practiced their toe exercises yesterday?
I did.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
I was doing them last night, sitting in my chair. I can raise both my big toes at once, so
Brilliant.
I keep
Brilliant.
practicing.
So already you have a bit of an improvement. Well done. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, that's awesome because we're going to do 10 repetitions of each of our toe exercises today as part of our warm-up. And for those who may have missed it, I do encourage you to go back and see the Tuesday exercise class, the recorded class once it's posted, but we will go over it together today too. Just a quick reminder, you want a nice clear space to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over. I've got a resistance band today and a weight. Although you don't need, if you don't have a resistance band, that's okay. And for a weight, you can use a water bottle, soup can, use your imagination. And then it's always a good idea to have water close by, an inhaler if you need one. And if you've got an oximeter, to use it to help you monitor your intensity today. So before we get into our toe exercises, we're going to take 3 belly breaths, and then we're going to continue taking those belly breaths through our toe exercises. So let's just practice breathing in. If you put a hand on your belly, that belly should be pushing outwards as you breathe in. So inhale, and then exhale through pursed lips. Good. Inhale, that belly should push out. And exhale through pursed lips. And once more to practice, breathe in and out through pursed lips. Now maintain that breathing pattern as best you can. Our first toe exercise is pressing the toes down into the ground as we clench our glutes. So think about crushing a walnut between your bum cheeks. And then relax both. So tighten up your glutes as you press your toes into the ground and then relax.
Can't see your feet, Jill.
Can't see my feet? No. What?
I can.
Okay.
I can.
I can't.
I can't.
There,
if some of you can and some of you can't, that would be more the receiving video. This should be better.
Better.
It might be just a difference in video between cameras. If some of you could see them and some of you can't. So again, we're pressing the toes and squeezing the glutes and then relaxing, pressing the toes down, squeezing the glutes and relaxing. We've got 4 more. So 4, 3,
anything that happened within that span. And even
2, and 1. Brilliant. Now, number 2 is lifting up just the big toes. Again, we are tightening our glutes. That'll actually help us lift up the toes. And I know we're focusing really hard on getting our little toes moving, but I still need you to maintain your breathing pattern. If it's helpful, you can time your exhale to the lift of your toes. Okay. Good, so we're at about 5, so 5 more. Good, lift the big toes. Remember, you can do 1 big toe at a time if lifting both is too challenging. Good, and 3, 2, and last 1. Excellent. All right, now we are keeping all our toes up and now just pushing down the big toe. Good, so all the toes are up, push down just the big toe, and again, tighten your glutes. Good. Push the big toe down, tighten the glutes, and then relax. Toe down, glutes tight, relax. Toe down, glutes tight. Relax, toe down, glutes tight, and relax. Good. We've got 4 more. Good. 3. Maintain your breathing pattern. 2. And 1. Brilliant. Okay. Now we are, well, now we're going up on our toes, and push through your toes to lift up your heels, making sure we're not overextending them or letting them collapse in or out. So it's just press up. You should feel those calves tighten up. Lift, press through the toes, and glutes tight as well, and then down. So lift up through the toes, tighten the glutes, and down. Good. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, tighten those glutes hard. Come on, come on. And 1. Good. And then just the other thing we practiced, gang, was spreading out the toes, whether you keep your feet flat or if you lift them up slightly, whatever feels easiest for you. So you just spread the toes out and relax. Spread the toes out and relax. So almost like when you just spread out your hands, open them wide. That's what you want to do with your toes. They spend a lot of time cramped inside shoes. And having those toes evenly spaced apart compared to crunched together, it actually really does help with our balance. Good. All right, last spread out and relax. Let's just lift up both feet, keeping the heel on the ground this time. So like you're tapping your foot to the beat. The further out your feet are away from you, the harder this is going to be, or there's going to be more of a pull at the front of your shin. Remember, we are still maintaining our breathing pattern as best we can. Good. So lift up, press down, lift up as far as you can, press down. You should all start feeling some fatigue on the front of that shin. Sometimes with those smaller muscles, fatigue can actually feel sore. And then the moment you stop, if the soreness disappears, then that tells you it was just tired. All right, and relax there. We're now going to get your feet moving in a windshield washer pattern. Okay, so side to side. And then with our hands, we're going to open them up and close. Open them up and close. So keeping the elbows tight. Good. Make sure you don't get caught trying to windshield as well. I said it and then I got confused.
I'm trying to coordinate it, and then my arms are doing what my feet are doing. My feet are doing what my arms are doing.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? You're doing great. Good work, everybody. All right. Now we are, I got a mosquito in my house. We're tapping our toes out in front of you. So stretch your toes out to tap in front. Oh, I almost got it. If I wave my hand suddenly, I'm just trying to get this mosquito. So tap those toes out in front of you one at a time. Then we're just reaching forward with our opposite hand. There we go. So we're starting to increase our heart rate. We're going to slowly start to get our breathing, challenge our breathing more and more. How's everyone doing with the smoke?
Fine.
We haven't got any here.
Don't have any.
Better
Oh,
than
that's
yesterday.
good. That's good. Yeah, the Okanagan's been hit hard. We're at are we still at a 10? We were early this morning.
Kelowna was bad yesterday when I was there.
Yeah, we had
Horrible.
to cancel soccer.
I bet, yeah,
The team was not happy about that.
no.
They're going, but coach, can't we just unofficially train? And if anyone asks, we'll tell them it wasn't a team thing. It was just us goofing around. I said, well, that doesn't look good if I'm there.
Right.
All right, now we're gonna cross over to touch our heel. So cross over to wherever is comfortable but doable for you, right? You can go just in line, you can go all the way across, okay? So just tapping that heel 1 foot at a time. Then we're also gonna reach your arm across. So same arm and same leg move. There we go. Great job, gang. Reach across. Do your best to maintain your breathing pattern here. Good. All right, gang. Shake out your arms and legs. And we're going to move into some more cardio intervals. And just a reminder with our intervals, the goal is to get your heart rate and your breathing to increase, get them working harder. Okay, so and that can feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. Just some signs that you need to stop and rest are feeling dizzy or lightheaded. If you start gasping for air, you cannot catch your breath at all. You cannot take a full breath. Those are all signs to stop and rest. Otherwise, it's okay to be panting hard. It's okay to feel a bit tired, okay? All right, we're gonna work for 1 minute, rest for 30 seconds. Our first movement is we're just tapping across opposite hand to knee. If that's too easy for you, feel free to reach elbow to knee. All right, off we go. So you're either touching hand to knee across the body, or you're reaching with that elbow. Good, maintain your breathing pattern. Excellent job, everybody. Good. And we've got just a couple seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Well done. So remember that recovery position. You can be just bent over on your hands or forearms over your knees. If you've got a table in front of you, the important thing is just to keep your chest up. So don't allow yourself to collapse down. Keep the chest up to help you open up the airways. And our next movement is we're just going to be stepping wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Oh, I almost got it. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Okay. And we're starting now. So stepping wide, wide, narrow, narrow. If anyone's wondering, I got the mosquito.
Oh, you throw it on the floor.
Yep. Yeah. Always feel so victorious when you get that mosquito.
Yep, you feel so tough.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
I'll take what I can get, right? You take the little victories. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Great job, team. You're almost there. So again, I encourage you, work hard, get yourself a bit out of breath. Get yourself feeling a bit fatigued. It's okay to feel uncomfortable with those sensations. Ready and rest. So feel free to get into that breathing pattern or your recovery position. We are doing our best to breathe out through pursed lips. When you're out of breath and trying to bring it back down, it is okay for it to sound faster, right? The important part is still breathing out through pursed lips, okay? All right, we're gonna get our arm swinging up overhead at a time. And if you'd like to step your foot out as well, you're more than welcome to. Ready, go. Step and reach. Or we're just lifting the arm, or you're just stepping with the foot, okay? Find something that is challenging but doable. Great job, everybody. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Brilliant. Reach, step, reach, step, reach, step. And rest. Woo! Now we're working hard to regain our breath. Feel free to go into that recovery position. How's everybody feeling so far?
Okay.
Good, I see a couple thumbs up. I don't see any thumbs down, which is very, very good. Excellent. Okay, our next movement is we're pulling, okay, get your feet out in front of you a little bit. You're pulling one foot underneath you at a time as you bend your elbows. So think about trying to touch your thumbs to your shoulders. Ready? Let's go. So pull that foot underneath you and bend the elbows. Maintain your breathing pattern as best you can. Excellent job, everybody. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Three, two, and one. Rest. We're going to do 2 more intervals, and then we will rest. Sound good?
Sure.
I'll give you a long rest. 2 whole minutes.
Oh, wow.
What are we gonna do with that?
Talk, tell jokes, lots of things.
Okay.
Lots of things.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do an old favorite. We're gonna do our shadow boxing. I know a lot of you like punching the air in front of you. Ready and go. Remember, there's a couple different punch options. You can punch straight out in front of you. You can go at the speed bag above you. You can throw in a couple uppercuts. But we are punching with purpose. It's different than just reaching your arm out in front of you. You want to punch. That's going to get the heart rate up. You want to do a little jab, jab, and then punch. Good. There we go, team. Keep up your breathing. You're almost there. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Go, go, go. Last couple seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Well done, gang. Got 30 seconds to recover your breathing. All right, our final interval for today. What we're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands and we're going to roll one hand over the other, and we're going to march as we do this. So lifting one knee at a time as you roll your hands over top of one another. Ready, set, and go. So roll the hands, lift one knee at a time. Make sure you maintain your breathing pattern. Excellent job, everybody. Go, go, go. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. We're going fast and furious here. You've got 15 seconds left. You're almost there. Then we're taking a long rest. Let's get those heart rates up. Challenge your breathing. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Take your rest. Make sure we're still breathing out through pursed lips. Remember that recovery position is quite helpful in regaining your breath. How's everybody feeling?
Okay.
There we go. Excellent job, everybody. So again, a little bit of a rest here. It's important that we have a good recovery before we get into some strength training for today. So if you've got any questions about anything at all, feel free to ask. So we often have some pretty good discussions during our rest time. There we go. So hopefully you can all feel your heart rate coming down. You feel like you're breathing with more ease and slower. This is where having that oximeter, that's that little fingertip pulse reader that reads your oxygen. That can be helpful because it also typically takes your heart rate. You can actually see your heart rate drop down as you recover. So you can use that as a really good recovery tool. As well as just checking how high does your heart rate go when you're doing your cardio intervals. Although keeping in mind, if any of you are on any sort of heart medication, beta blockers are the main one. Those limit how hard your heart can work. So you won't see a big increase in your heart rate. And your body compensates by breathing more heavily in that situation. Okay, so grabbing your weight or whatever you are using as a weight, lots of options here. Brilliant. All right, we are going to put our feet wide apart, so wider than the chair. And from here, we are going to do some sit to stands. This is called a sumo position, the feet wide apart, knees out. So again, you can have the weight in front of you, push through your feet to come all the way up out of the chair, or you do whatever part of that is challenging, but also doable. So whether you just want to push your feet into the ground, whether you want to get yourself just a little bit out of the chair and back down, okay? We are going for 1 minute starting now. So make sure you're breathing out as you come up and down to 3. So nice and controlled. Up, push through the feet and down to 3. Good. Push through your feet, stand up tall And then we're down, 2, 3. Excellent. That's 30 seconds. So you are halfway through this exercise. Again, go at your own pace. Make sure you are sticking to your breathing pattern. Excellent. And again, think about, are you pressing your toes into the ground and tightening your glutes to stand up?
Yes.
Good. And rest. So I'm going to give us 30 seconds in between each exercise. Okay, but that'll actually just give me the time to explain what we're doing. So it'll go by quite fast. So your second exercise today is, you've got 2 options. You're either just bent over slightly, gonna pull your elbow up just to where your shoulder blade tightens and then bring it back down. Or you're gonna get that leg behind you, just like our stretch, and we're gonna pull up and then down. If you were, I'll demonstrate that again. So again, we're just leaning forward slightly, pull the elbow up and back down. If you're doing that position standing, again, you just have one foot in front of the other. Put your hand on your knee or your chair, you're lifting up and down. Okay, ready, and lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Good. Lift, down, lift, down. Once again, if anyone feels like this exercise is not right for them, please let me know, because I'm so happy to adjust things for you so you feel like you're getting a good workout, but also keeping your body happy. Okay. Do your best to maintain your breathing pattern. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're now switching which hand is holding the weight, switching which foot is behind you, if you are choosing to do that position. Ready, and lift and down, lift and down. Brilliant job, everybody. Lift that weight up, put it back down. Think about pushing into the ground with your toes on both feet. It's going to help give you a really solid support. Good, we're maintaining that breathing pattern. 3, 2, and 1, rest. Excellent. All right, if you only have a weight, continue to use the weight. It's going to be the same movement pattern. But now if you've got your band, or you can do a push-up against the wall. But we're going to put the band around your back, and the band's going to come forward underneath your armpits. Okay. Feel free to wrap the band around your palm, both to help shorten it, and also then you don't have to grip as tightly. All right, and we are pushing our hands straight out in front of us, and then coming back to 3. Push out in front of you. And back to 3. Push out. And back to 3. Push out in front of you. And back to 3. Push out in front of you. And back to 3. push out in front of you. Back, 2, 3, push out in front of you. Back, 2, 3, push out in front. Back, 2, 3, push out in front. Back, 2, 3, push out in front. Back, 2, 3. We've got just a couple more seconds here. Back, 2, 3, and last one. Back, 2, 3, and rest there. How's that feeling, everybody? Excellent. Good, good. Okay, last one for this series, this sequence. Feel free to fold your band in half if you've got a really light band, but just actually be more cautious on this one because you don't want a heavy band. You don't want to feel like you're straining because we've got our arms out in front. We are going to lift one knee and pull the arm away from that knee and then bring it back in and switch. So your knee lifts, your arm pulls away from that knee as your other arm keeps it nice and still, and bring it back to switch. So lift and pull and bring it back. Lift and pull and bring it back. Some key things is you don't want to feel like your neck is doing all the work or that it's straining. So if it is, make sure there's a bit of slack between your hands and don't feel like you have to pull the band out super far. If you're going, well, geez, that means I don't pull it out much at all, then you can allow your hand to follow. So you should be maintaining tension through the band, but then you get some tension throughout that full range of opening up your arm. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah, if you can't pull it out very far, then pull it out to where you can, and then allow that hand to pull your other arm with it. Okay. So lift and pull, just a couple seconds left here. Lift and pull, lift and pull, and rest. Okay, we're gonna have a full minute of rest here. So again, feel free to ask any questions you have. If you see somebody or if you know somebody that you know is in the class too, feel free to say hi. But in a minute, we're gonna repeat all 4 of those exercises. Excellent. Any questions or comments so far? We've been a quiet group. There we go. And again, if it feels like you didn't need a rest at all, then I'd encourage you to try to increase the intensity a little bit for this next set. But it is good to recover in between exercises, or in between sets, I should say. Okay, do we remember the first exercise we did? It was with the weight. Yep, it was a pesky sit to stand. You got it. So grab
Legs
whatever.
apart, yeah,
That's right. Feet and
legs
knees
apart.
wide apart. And you're either pushing down and then relaxing, or you're going all the way up. Timer starts now. Make sure we're breathing out as we stand up. Brilliant job, everybody. Good. Make sure we're pressing our toes into the ground. You should feel that help you engage your glutes. Good. Breathing out as you come up. Good work, everybody. Breathe out and stand up, pressing through your feet. Good. And rest. Brilliant. Do you remember the second exercise?
Nope.
No, it was a bit of a new one. So you're either keeping your feet just kind of side by side, bent over slightly, lifting the weight up, or to make it more challenging, get your one foot back behind you a little bit and lean forward. Okay, so we're lifting up and down, trying to breathe out as we lift up, breathing in as we lower down. Think about pulling it and then lowering to 3, pulling it up and lowering to 3, pull, lower, 2, 3. Good. Think about keeping the chest up, because if it drops, you round through the back, and that can get your back feeling sore. So just lift the elbow up, down, 2, 3. Maybe I'll turn to the side so you get a better view. Lift and down, 2, 3. Lift, down, 2, 3. Lift, down, 2, 3. Lift, down, 2, 3. Lift, and down, 2, 3. Switch hands. If you have a leg back, make sure we're dropping that other leg back. And then we are lifting up and down, 2, 3. Lifting up, 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 down, 2, 3. 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 Up, down, 2, 3, and rest. Good. Feel free to put that weight down now, unless you don't have a band, then use your weight. But that third exercise was you were either doing a wall push-up or grab the band, put it around your back. Make sure there's not much slack on it. Good. You can wrap it around your palm if that feels better than gripping it tight. All right, and we are going to push your hands straight out in front of you. Push, and then bring them back. 2, 3. Push, back. 2, 3. Try to keep your chest up and push, back. 2, 3. 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 Push, back. 2, 3, and rest. Nice work, everybody. Got that one last exercise as part of this series. And then don't worry, we still have time to do more exercises. All right, so you got that band in front of you. And we're just going to lift one knee and pull the other hand away and then back. Lift and pull, bring it back. Lift, breathe out and pull and back. So try to do all three of those things at the same time. Lift, breathe out and pull and back. Lift, breathe out, 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 pull back. Lift, breathe out, pull back. Lift, breathe out, pull and back. Lift, breathe out, pull back. And lift, breathe out, pull back. Rest. Whew. Great job, team. So again, a minute rest. Great time to grab a sip of water. If you need to go into your recovery position, please feel free to. This is the time to catch your breath, recover, let your muscles gather back up their strength, because boy, are we not done working them.
Oh. You must be getting ready for a soccer tournament if you're putting us through your paces.
You're right, there is a tournament this weekend.
Aha. So you're getting your exercises in for coaching.
That's right. All
Good
my
job.
pacing up and down the field, all my
Yeah.
muscles clenched tight. We're just hoping none of them get canceled because of the smoke.
Oh, because of the smoke, yeah.
It's looking like it'll be low enough by then, but always a bit concerning.
Yeah, if the wind changes, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right, team, take your band. We've been talking about the glutes lots today, so it's time to really work them. I'm just going to ask that you wrap the band around the tops and bottoms of your thighs. Oops. And then you can just hold the band on your thighs. You can press them down so then you don't have to grip it as hard. Find something that works best for you, but we just want the band to circle around tops and bottoms of your thighs. If you do not have a band, feel free just to get your hands on the outsides of your knees, and you're going to have a little battle with yourself. You're going to push your hands out against, or push your knees out against your hands. With the band, we're going to push the toes in the ground and clench your glutes so hard that your knees push out against the band. So I don't want you actively trying to push out. I want you more focused on squeezing your glutes hard, and the knees will separate and push out against the band on their own. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. So make the key focus, squeezing the glutes hard, and then you can move the knees out slightly. But squeezing the glutes helps them move out. And then relax. Ready? And squeeze. Oh, I guess I should look at my timer. Timer starts now. Squeeze. And relax. Squeeze. And relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Good. Everyone's doing good with this exercise?
Yeah.
Good. Make sure you let me know if something doesn't feel right. Those glutes should be getting tired. And if they are not, I encourage you to squeeze them harder. Okay, in a couple of seconds here, we're going to try to get as many done in 15 seconds as we can with control. So don't allow the band to just pull your knees back. We're going to squeeze with control. Ready and go. See how many times you can squeeze your glutes and press the knees out. Bring them back with control. Good. If the coordination feels weird to you, see how many times you can squeeze your glutes as hard as you can and then relax. See how many times you can do that in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, glute muscles should be tired. Mine sure are. I'm worried about standing up out of this chair.
My back is tired.
Your back is tired.
Yeah, and it's
So that,
in the middle.
okay, so that tells you you may have been pulling back as you did that.
Okay.
Mary, for you, what I'd encourage you to do, because I know you can get your foot up, is prop your foot up onto that thigh and just gently lean forward and just stretch that out on both sides, but hold it for 20 seconds. Is that quite tight?
Okay.
Does that feel sore?
No, that feels better. Thank you.
Yeah, so hold that for 20 seconds, do the other side. Everybody else grab your band. We're gonna work on our triceps. So we're just putting the band over your shoulder, opposite hand reaches across to hold it there. We're gonna go slow and steady and then as many as we can, okay? So start with slow and steady. We're pulling that band down and with control, bringing it back up. So it's pulled down, back up, pull down, back up, pull down, back up. Good. Think about breathing out through pursed lips.
I got this right.
No, you just drape it over your shoulder. I always say like a dish towel when you're doing dishes. And then whatever shoulder it's draped over, that hand grabs the band, your opposite hand reaches across to hold it in place. Okay, now let's see how many can you do, gang? Ready, go. As many as you can with control. Good, so we're just straightening that arm. Good, 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Woo! All right, we're set up. Other hands holding the band and with control, down and up. So pulling that band down with control. Good work, everybody. So pull with control, think down and up, down and up. Good. All right. And we're getting as many as we can. Go with control. Keep up your breathing pattern as you go. Almost there. Do what you can, gang. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. My arms are tired.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. Well done. All right, I'm going to ask you to just put your band to the side. I'm going to get you to sit back in your chair. Take your hands. You're going to gently pull up on either side of your chair. And if you can't pull up on either side of your chair, maybe it's too thick, just go underneath your legs and gently pull up and hold. And from there, we're slowly lifting one leg and down. Making sure as we're pulling, we're not clenching down through our back. So don't flex through your back. Keep up tall. And it's lift, pause, and down. 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 Relax. Woo! All right, gang, surprisingly, it's time to stretch.
Oh, good.
Whew. All right, so let's lift up that elbow, gently pressing it back. And remember, stretch time is the perfect time for questions and comments, so have at it, gang. Please don't feel like you have to keep yourself on mute. Oh no, I'm gonna have to keep talking. And
When the
switch
air's so
elbows.
bad in your area, do you notice it affects your breathing at all?
Not my breathing. I definitely get dry, itchy throat.
So you know you're inhaling it, yeah. Which
Yeah.
can't be good, which can't be good for even someone like you, right?
Oh no, when it's on a scale of 0 to 10 plus. So when it's at a 10 plus, they don't recommend that anybody is doing any activity outside.
What
And
if you
of
wore a
course,
mask?
yeah, you're reducing your respiratory risk if you wear a good mask like an N95. Because again, when you talk about air quality, they're talking about the amount of particulars matter in the air, how much particles is in the air. So I mean, the last couple days, rest there, gang, press one arm up, press one arm down. At first, the air quality was still quite low, even though we were seeing the smoke. And we rely on our senses to perceive what's happening. So we can see the smoke, we can smell it, but that actually doesn't mean that there's a heavy amount of particles in the air. And it's the particles that are bad. Well, now we can still see the smoke, but now the particles have a high amount. So now it is a 10 plus. And switch arms. Great job, everybody. But yes, even though I should also be staying out of the smoke, here I was early this morning out walking the dog.
Well, that's not
And
good.
halfway through is when I thought, oh, I wonder what the air quality is. So I checked it and it said 10 plus. I went, oh, uh-oh.
It
It's
can't
not
be good for the
your
dog either.
either.
No, I kept it short. We were out for 40 minutes, which is probably still a touch too long, but rest there.
Years ago, the air quality was way above 10 and it would go up. I think it was 43. And then about 3 years ago, they just went down to 10 and anything over 10 was 10 plus. So you really can't tell how bad the air quality is anymore.
Yeah, stretch your leg out in front of you. So they've simplified it so that now it's on just a scale of 1 to 10 plus. And anything above, but if you look it up, if you just look up Air Quality Canada, they'll kind of guide it out for you on how they calculate it. And 5, 6, and 7, they're recommending, anybody with compromised systems, if you're over 60, if you're under, they say children, they don't really give a guideline for that, but they tell them to be extra careful, avoid strenuous activity. A 9 and 10 is where you should be avoiding outside altogether, but they'll still tell you the unit of measurement. Switch legs. So even if it's a 9 versus a 10 plus, you can still see, or 2 separate days is a 10 plus, you can still see what the specific unit of measurement is. And that unit of measurement is the amount of particles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But really at the end of the day, anything that's a 10 is bad, unfortunately. I think we tend to do better with scales of 1 to 10. We're very used to them.
But then
So
we
maybe
don't
that's
really
why
know.
they changed it.
Then we really don't know how bad it is.
Well, again, anything above 6 is bad. Bring your leg up onto your thigh, or you can keep it lower on your shin. There we go. And we're still breathing out through pursed lips, everybody. How's that back, Mary?
Better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thanks.
And switch legs. There's a good stretch, everybody. Good to stretch out the glute and hips after working them so hard today. All right, you can relax that leg. I'm going to count in a 3-second inhale, 4-second exhale. You're welcome to just keep your hand on your belly. You're welcome to lift your arms up on the inhale, down on the exhale. And you are welcome to get a leg back and hold this stretch as you lift your arms up and down, whatever you feel is best for you. Let's breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you have a leg back, you can switch legs, and we're breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, and shake out those hands. Brilliant. Well done, everybody.
Thank
How
you.
are we all feeling?
Tired.
There's-
Good.
Good.
Good, thank you.
Feels good. Have a good
That's
weekend,
brilliant.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a long weekend, gang. So happy May long. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And thank you for